Welcome to TutorialShore. Today we will discuss the formatted string literals and the format method of string class in Python. Let me start writing a program to greet a student with their grade. Student name oyster, grade 8.568. Now we need to prepare a message to greet. Hello, name, you scored now let's specify the here I am using string concat operator for concatenating strings. Grade. Okay, now I will print this message. Okay, got a error. It says that on type error can only concatenate string, not float to string. Okay, here actually grade is a floating point number we used here, right? So Python not supporting directly concatenating the string with the float. So you need to convert this float to a string. So what you can do is that you can use a string built-in method to convert. Now let me run it. Yep. Hello is oyster, you scored 8.568. Yes, great, works fine. Now here you can see that on line number 4, the message line, the code is a bit ugly, right? Means it contains several single quotes and the string concat operator and all. Ideally what we want is let me copy that line down. Okay, ideally what we want is that we don't need this, we don't want these extra operator, all the stuff and all. We don't need a conversion also, we don't like that. Ideally we need like this. To achieve such a clean code, you can use formatted string literals, also called f strings. For that you need to add a prefix f before that before the opening quotes of the string. Now this string is called f string. In f string you can specify Python expression or variable. You need to wrap them up by curly brackets like this. So here name is a variable, right? You can wrap it by curly brackets. And the same way here grade is also variable, you can wrap them up. Now let me run this. Now you can see that you got the same message, right? Earlier we wrote this one, it is a bit ugly code, right? So now it became more clean. You can easily read this one, you can easily understand that. Okay, now here you can see that one it shows the three digit after decimal, after this decimal point. We need only 2. For that what you need to do is that one after this variable you need to put a colon. Here you can add a number. Let us check what will happen. Now you can see that one there are a lot of space and then the number has been printed. So what is happening here is that this field will get a minimum 10 width and it will print. That's why they took 10 width here, then print that number. So okay, basically we want decimal, we want to control the number of decimal place, right? So for that, what you need to do is that put dot here after that number, then specify uh, uh, how many decimal places, how many digits after decimal. Now let me run this one. Now you can see here 8.6, right? But it will look like everything okay. Let me do one thing. I will add here 8. What will happen now? You can see here 8.9 blah blah something is coming. It's a scientific notation, but we want a floating point. So what you need to here, by default it will print the scientific notation, right? So add f here, it's a floating point. Now run it. Now you can see that one it is showing 2 digits. It's a rounded up. Now let me remove this 8, run it. Now we got the 8.56. okay, now we don't need this extra space, right? So what you can do is that just remove this number, colon dot, let it be colon dot. Now it will automatically take width, needed width. It will, yeah, it is normal, it will print. We just learned f string, formatted string literals. Here you can use a small letter f or capital letter f, and this is it can be used to with not only single quotes, but you can use with double quotes or triple quotes. Next let us look into format method of string class. I will delete this line. Now we got a f string here, right? I will remove that f. Now it is a normal string. So a string class contain a method called format. You can put here dot. Basically this is a string object. Actually this is a string, is a string object. So here you can put the dot and get this format. Now here format, you can pass the arguments to the string. What you will have some fields inside the string. You want to display some values. For that purpose you need to pass the arguments. So here you can inside the format you can pass it arguments. Here name and grade, this is the two you need to pass. Then what you can do is that you can remove this one. You don't need that. Let me run this one. Now you can see that one, it came hello oyster use code 8.57, exactly how it was earlier, the same way it came. Now here is, yeah, everything good, everything working fine. Now here what is happening is that one, you can see that one curly bracket, it's a field 1, and it's a second field. What format you will do is that one, it will take first value in the format. What is the argument you pass it into format. First will be considered the value for the field 1. Here is a field 1. This will be the value for the field 2. This is a field 2. So it will automatically work. This is basically it's an automatic field numbering. Basically you didn't tell any field number corresponding to this block. So they will automatically number the field. Is the first field is the first, second field is second. So assume a scenario where you want to write one more field, like here I want to write by, I want to tell the username by oyster. How I will do that one? If I let me put one more field here. Now there are 3 fields, but only 2 argument you passed. Let's check what will happen. Now you can see that replacement index 2 out of range for positional arguments tuple. Yeah, here you mentioned the 3 fields, but only 2 you passed. So what you can do is that one, you need to tell which positional argument you want here. So here actually I want the first one, 0th positional argument. So you can specify 0 here inside this curly bracket. Let's run now. Okay, we got another error. Cannot switch from automatic field numbering to manual field specification. Yeah, here manually I specified the field 0. Here it is automatic. Okay, basically this error says we cannot combine both. So I will switch it to manual field specification. This is the 0th, this is the first. Let us run this one. Yeah, now it works perfectly fine. Here one difficulty is to readability is very low, right? Because here you don't know what will print here, you don't know what will print here, and you need to look at the number 0, and you need to look into the format arguments, what is the 0th argument, or here you want argument field is 1, you need to look at what is the position 1 here. So it is a bit readability is very low, and it increase our cognitive load to understand this line. So earlier we saw you can specify name here, right? Like name, grade. That is actually better readable, right? That code. So I want to specify like this. Earlier it was a number, we used a positional argument. If you want to like this, what you need to do is that one, you need to pass this argument as keyword arguments, like this: name equal to name and grade equal to grade. This is a keyword names, first keyword names, second keyword names. These should you specify here. Let me run this one. Yeah, you can see that one. The same output we got, but it's better readable than the positional argument. Now we use keyword arguments. Now currently we have two data about the user, name and grade. Assume we have one more data, like subject equal to computer science. Now see, writing each details in a different variable is a bit ugly, right? Let us create one dictionary and store all the details. A dictionary name is student. Here this is the first field, name, and the second field is grade. Third field is subject. Now we can have many more fields like this, right? Is birth date, like that, and all we can add. Now you can see here what we should do here now. So one thing you can do is that one, here you can add student, and you can use index operator square bracket. You can specify like this. Student, like this you can specify. We still get some error. What is the error? Function call. Cannot assign to function call. What is that? Okay, actually I wrote this one here. Actually it should be after that. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, anyway, now you got this one. Now we need to modify some in the message, some modification needed. Use code grade in. Here we will specify the subject. So you can specify the subject equal to a student subject. Let me run this one. Now you can see hello Oyster, you scored 8.57 in CS by Oyster. So everything's working fine, but the code is now became very ugly, right? Because you are specifying this dictionary name and index like this 1 2 3 times. To simplify this one, what you can do is that instead of passing each field separately, you can see that the field we are passing name, grade and name, grade and subject. That's the same keys in the dictionary. So what you can do is that instead of the enter thing, just to pass the student, pass this dictionary, and you need to use a double asterisk operator. What it will do is that it will expand to keyword arguments. Let me check this one. Now you can see that one, hello Oyster, you scored 8.57 CS by Oyster. That's all. I hope you got some idea about the F string and format method in a Python string class. Thanks for watching.